Hi everyone, and welcome to our yoga this week. And our yoga this week is a little bit of everything. We're going to do specific poses that are therapeutic for anxiety, so soothing for the nervous system, specific poses for menopausal symptoms, helping to balance the thyroid. We're going to do a little bit of core strengthening as well, work on our posture, and a little bit of breath work as well. So when you're ready, we're going to start in seated. So just coming into seated and take a few moments to get settled, get comfortable, and just allow this next 45 minutes or so just for you to take all that you need for the rest of the week or day ahead of you. So really dedicate this time just for you. So we're going to start our practice today laying down, just so we can check in with our physical bodies and how we're feeling, and check in with the breath. So whatever's gone on in your day so far, just allow this time, give yourself permission for this time. So when you're ready, we're going to start laying down. And if you wish, you can keep the knees slightly flexed to take the pressure off your lower back. Palms open to the sky, arms by our side. Or if it feels more comfortable, you can stretch the legs out in front. Or really deeply restorative poses to bring the soles of the feet together and just let the knees drop out to the side. So we're just going to take a few moments here just to ground yourself and to clear your mind of any of your day's worries or anxieties. We're just going to start to scan the body, beginning to relax the space between your eyes and allowing a sense of calm just to flow to that space between your eyes, allowing the temples to relax, allowing the jaw to soften, and just start to let your shoulders relax and to release and to gently let go. And then start to feel each and every vertebrae beginning to relax into your mat. And then allow your hips to soften and to relax. So you're not holding on to any tension within your body. And I'm just going to rest our hands lightly on our tummy. And without changing the breath at this point, just notice the rhythm of the breath. Noticing if it feels restricted in any way. And then as we start to connect with our breath, just allow the tummy to gently rise and to fall as you breathe. So you're not just breathing in the chest area, you're breathing all the way down to your belly. And we're going to take a few deeper breaths now. So inhale through your nose, feel your tummy rise. Pause, and then gently exhale long and slow through your mouth. And again, breathing in through your nose, pausing for a moment, and then gently exhaling long and slow through your mouth. And again, big breath in, and breathing out. And continue to breathe this way, a few more cycles, finding your own rhythm. And as you continue to breathe this way, just start to really deepen the breath, really lengthen every inhale, every exhale. Perhaps start to create a balance between that in-breath and that out-breath. And take a few more deeper breaths here. And when you are ready, feeling calm, feeling centered, feeling grounded and deeply present, when you are ready, we're going to slowly begin to bring our knees in towards our tummy and just gently rock from side to side. And from here, we're going to extend the right leg down onto your mat and hug your left knee in towards your tummy. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out gently on that exhalation, take the knee over to the right, and then taking your arms over to the left. So some beautiful spinal twist, helping to strengthen your spine. And then on your next out breath, coming back to center, and we'll take it over the other side. So left leg stretches out, right knee hugs in towards your tummy. Take a big breath in, and then gently breathing out, taking that knee over to the left. And then your arms go over to the right. And just take a few breaths here, breathing all the way down to your tummy. So this is really cleansing for all the internal organs. So just make sure you're breathing down to your tummy. So you're getting that oxygen all the way down to all those internal organs. And on your next breath out, slowly come back to center. We're going to come into full body stretch. So taking the arms over the head, extending the legs, reaching and lengthening all the way from the fingertips to the tips of your toes. Big breath in. And breathing out. And this really helps to open the lungs, helping to cleanse your respiratory system and allowing the energy to flow all the way down the front of your body. When you're ready, we're going to start to lift our shoulders off the floor. We're going to bring the knees in towards the tummy and take the arms out in front. If you feel strain in your neck at any time, just support your head with both or one hand. So from here, we're going to extend one leg and bring the other knee in towards the tummy, and then switch over to the other side. So we're just gently working on the core here, but if the shoulders are slightly lifted in this way, then you know your back is supported and protected. So there's no rush here, we're just taking our time. We're going to do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And hold, take a big breath in. And then as you breathe out, release, relax, hug knees back in towards the tummy, rocking from side to side. This massages the lower back. It also increases the blood flow, nutrients and oxygen to the kidneys. So I'm going to do a second set. So when you're ready, lifting shoulder blades up off the mat, extending legs, keep some softness in the knees if you wish, palms open to the sky. And again, support the head if you need to. So one knee in and extending the other leg over to the side. Staying really consciously connected to that breath. And if you need to take some breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, that's okay. If you want to make this exercise harder, bring the knee further in towards the tummy and extend the opposite leg a little bit lower down towards the floor. And you'll notice it's a big difference on how hard the core's working. We're going to do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then hold, big breath in, breathing out, release. Hugging knees into the tummy, gently rocking from side to side. We're going to come all the way up into seated, taking hold of the backs of the knees. Inhale as you exhale, pushing up. Lengthen through spine, big breath in. And then as you breathe out, release into your turtle. So soles of the feet together, let the knees drop out to the side. Taking the hands underneath the ankles. So palms are open to the sky. And then just lower the chest. Draw the chin in towards your chest. Relax your shoulders. Just take a few calming breaths here. And this is lovely for balancing your hormones. Brings all your hormones back into balance. It also helps to stabilize and balance your emotions as well. I'm going to take one more deep breath in. And then gently breathing out, releasing, coming all the way back into seated. And then we're going to stretch our legs out in front. So we're coming into forward fold. I feel like I need to be facing this way. So toes up towards the sky, big breath in. Breathing out, forward fold. We're just going to take a few breaths here in your forward fold. So keep the knees soft if you need to. We're just working into the lower back. If we took the chin in towards the chest, just that slight movement of drawing the forehead down towards the knee has a really calming and soothing effect upon your nervous system. So just take a few breaths here. And when you're ready to release, coming all the way back up into seated, coming onto all fours. So the hands are shoulder width apart, the knees are hip distance apart. We're going to do a few gentle cat-cows to awaken your spine. So rounding spine to tailbone under, and then releasing into cow. So this does a few things. So not only are we strengthening and lubricating the spine, which is really important, and to keep your spine healthy and flexible, but we're also starting to connect the body with the breath. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming into neutral and then extending your right leg out behind. And then if you feel you wish to go to the next level, extend your left arm forwards. So this is spinal balance, which is working on core strength, strengthening your spine, balancing both sides of the brain, so helping with focus, concentration, and it also has a very calming effect upon the whole of your body. So just focusing just on one point, and you're steadying the breath. And then if you're looking to work a little bit harder on the core, today you can go ahead and bring knee and elbow in, rounding spine, and then extend. So bring your knee and elbow in, and extend. We'll do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Hold, and then release. And then we're going to take it over to the other side. So opposite leg extends this time. And then if it feels okay, go ahead and extend your right arm forwards this time. So spinal balance. And just make sure that the gaze is down at the floor, so you're not straining your neck. And then again, stay here or work a little bit harder on the core. Bring your knee and elbow in, and then extend. And you can always build up the reps over time as the core and the back get stronger. 2 more. 1, 2, hold, big breath in, breathing out, release. From here, we're going to go back into what we call our child's pose. So the knees are wider than the hips, and we extend the arms forward, palms down, resting the forehead down. And another really nice option is to take the arms out behind with the palms open to the sky. So just whatever feels comfortable for you. Or if you want to challenge it a bit more, we'll go into down dog. So we tuck toes under, take an in breath, and as you breathe out, push back into that down dog, and just take a few gentle breaths here. So whether you're in your down dog or your child's pose, both have the same therapeutic effects for easing anxiety, for helping to feel more grounded and centered, and just more present as well. Eases any back pain that you may have as well. So wherever you're at is fine. We're just going to take 2 cleansing breaths. So we're going to take an in breath through the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. And as you do that breath out, just imagine letting go of any worries that you may have, or any stress, anything that you're holding on to that's not really serving you well to hold on to. So together, big breath in through the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. One more time, big breath in through the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. Just letting go. From here, we're going to bring our left foot through between our hands. If you need to drop your knees down first, then do. And then bring that left foot through. From here, we're going to tuck our back toes under. And then extending that back leg and ground your back heel into your mat. And then when you're ready, we're going to come all the way up into that warrior two. So your left knee is over your left ankle. And the right palm is facing down. Left palm opens up to the sky. So warrior two. Relaxing your shoulders. And then from here, we're going to go into reverse warrior, which is really strengthening, really purifying for your lungs. So as you come into your reverse warrior, your right hand rests on the back of your right thigh, your left arm reaches out behind, and imagine breathing fully all the way into that left lung, and then exhaling. And it's perfectly okay to do a few breaths in through the nose and a few breaths out for the mouth, if that feels okay. And then when you're ready, we're going into triangle. So both legs straight. Imagine reaching over your left hip, dropping left hand down into shin, ankle of the floor, and then your right arm reaches up to the sky. So this is your triangle. Gaze can be wherever feels comfortable, so perhaps down at the floor, that's fine. Take 3 to 5 deep breaths here. This one's really therapeutic for anxiety and back pain. And you'll notice as we ground into both feet, has a really calming effect. And take another breath in. And then as you breathe out, just soften that front knee as we slowly come up, and then take it over to the side. So flexing right knee this time. Right palm opened up to the sky, left palm facing down. Relax the shoulders, but stay lengthened through both sides of your body. Taking some deep breaths here. On your next out breath, release into reverse warrior. So left hand on the back of the left thigh this time, right arm reaches out behind. But the same thing, imagine breathing fully into that right lung, pausing at the top before a gentle exhalation back out. So incredibly therapeutic. If you do suffer with asthma or any respiratory conditions, this is really, not only is it strengthening for your lungs and your heart, but it's also purifying and cleansing as well. And then gently release. We're going to turn the toes in, heels out. Interlacing fingers out behind. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold, taking arms over the head. So this is your wide leg forward fold with chest expansion. So what we're doing here is not only are we releasing stress and tension in your spine, but also your shoulders and your neck. So incredibly therapeutic for back pain. And then if it feels okay, bringing the hands down towards the floor as well. If the hands don't reach the floor, that's okay, just soften the knees. And we're going to take one more deep breath here. And then as you breathe out, bring your hands back to your heart, keep your back nice and flat, and we're going to hinge up slowly. So you can go into a second set of wide leg forward fold if you wish, or we're going to go into garland pose, which is one of the most therapeutic poses for all menopausal symptoms, helping to balance your thyroid, helping with digestion, metabolism. It's deeply grounding, helps with anxiety and insomnia and sleep patterns. So we take the toes facing out slightly, heels in, hands to the heart. Take a big breath in, arms up to the sky, and then as you breathe out, you might have to adjust the width of the stance, but as you breathe out, we're going to come down into that garland pose, and the elbows are against the inner knees, the hands rest on the heart center, the heels are down on the mat, But this might take a little bit of practice, especially if you're quite tight in your hips and your lower back, but that should ease in time. You can rest your spine against a wall for support if you need to. So in this pose, it's really nice just to drop the chin into the chest, perhaps even close the eyes and just work on opening the legs if it feels okay, with the strength from the arms. And we'll just take a good 3 to 5 deep breaths here. Imagine breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And one more time, deep breath in and breathing out. And when you're ready to release, we're going to come all the way back into standing on the next out breath. So inhale, exhale, coming all the way up. We're going to turn so that your left toes are facing forwards. We're going to bring the arms out in front, palms open to the sky. We're going to bring the weight into that left foot, resting the right toes out behind. We're coming into warrior 3, so we take it slow. So this pose teaches you just to slow down a little bit, connect with the breath, and find your inner balance. So it's so important to be balanced. So when you're ready, just lower the chest, strong arms, palms open to the sky. Allow the gaze to be soft on a fixed point just in front. Connect with the breath, so take a breath first, and then release that back foot out behind. And you may just come to here today, and that's fine. Or you may go a little bit deeper, so bringing leg in line with the hip, wherever you're at is fine. And if you're wobbly, that's okay as well. Just keep practicing. Every day you'll notice a difference. And when you're ready to release, bring hands back to the heart, back into mountain. Big breath in, arms up to the sky, breathing out, hands to the heart. So we're going to do it on the other side. Left toes go out behind this time. Reaching arms forward, palms open to the sky. And just steady the breath. The breath control is so important to help bring you that stability and inner balance. So just take a breath. And then when it feels okay, releasing that left leg up behind. If you wobble, that's okay. Take a breath and come back to the pose when you're ready. And when you're ready, slowly release, hands to the heart. Big breath in, arms up to the sky. Breathing out, lengthen through spine, hinging from the hips. Forward fold, and you can soften the knees a little bit here if you wish. You just let your body hang down. Take another breath in. And then as you breathe out, either step into your down dog or your child's pose. So wherever you're at is fine. You're coming into child's pose, knees a little bit wider than the hips. And just dropping the forehead down, softening your shoulders. If you're in your down dog, again, just make sure that the feet are hip distance apart. Hips lifted up to the sky, relax the back of the neck. From here, we're coming into what we call dolphin pose. So we're going to come down onto the forearms, interlacing fingers. If you're looking after your body today, then drop the knees down. And at any point during this pose, you can drop the knees down. Just do what's right for you. This is going to build strength in your core. This is also therapeutic for your nervous system, for asthma, back pain, and all menopausal symptoms or hormonal imbalance as well. So just bring the feet together, big toes connected. Relax the back of the neck. Stay here for as long as you wish. Just focusing on the breath. Rest in child's pose at any time you need to. And then when you're ready, gently drop your knees down and relax back into that child's pose. So Maybe taking the arms back out behind this time, palms open to the sky, just to let the shoulders relax for a moment here. This is a really good pose to do before bed, as again, it just helps to calm the nervous system, calm your mind, calm your thoughts. And then from here, we're going to come on to our tummy, and we're going to come to what we call locust pose. And this one's really good for toning the tummy, and it's really therapeutic for asthma. So not only strengthening for your lungs, your respiratory system, but also for the heart as well. So I'm going to take the arms out behind, palms open to the sky. The gaze is just down at your mat. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift the chest, the shoulders, and then lift the legs as well. So the only thing that's in contact with the floor is the tummy. This takes lots of practice, so don't worry if you don't get it first time. And if you only hold it for a breath and then release, that's okay. So as the weight's all onto the tummy, this is incredibly good for your digestive system, all your internal organs, so it's going to help with the functioning of your metabolism as well. And take another deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, releasing, relaxing the forehead and the backs of your hands, and just letting the whole body relax. And just notice the heartbeat has perhaps quickened a little bit here. And then when you're ready, placing the hands down on your mat, we're going to push all the way up into what we call hero pose. So the legs are going to be wider than the hips, and we're going to sit down on our sits bones. And there is space between the knees here. As the more you practice, you can bring the knees closer together. If you find that you only get to here and you can't get the sits bones down on the floor, it's too painful, get some cushions or a blanket, roll it up and place it underneath the sits bones. That gives you a little bit of height. But obviously if it's too painful, then don't do this pose at all. But the benefits of your hero are incredible, especially for menopausal symptoms, hormonal balance, thyroid, adrenals, your energy levels as well. So if you're in your hero, just bring your hands to your heart and allow the chin to drop down towards your chest, and just take a few calming breaths here. And if you wanted to incorporate a little bit of flexibility within the shoulders, you can always take your right hand out behind between the shoulders, left hand wraps out behind, and maybe interlace fingers. So this is really lovely for your shoulders and your spine and your neck. And if the fingertips don't connect, that's okay. If you've got a belt or a strap, you can use that instead until that flexibility increases within your shoulders. Another deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, slowly release over to the other side. Noticing the difference as well between one side and the other. And then take one more deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, come back to center. And for those of you who have been working on your hero pose for a while, there is another level, which is reclined hero. But you may want to place a few cushions behind to support the lower back. If you've got back injury, then don't do this next pose, just stay here for today. But for those of you that want to go a little deeper, you place your hand on your heels, drop one elbow down, followed by the other. Keep the gaze slightly forward so you're not straining the neck and the head back. And you just stay here for as long as what feels right for you. The next level is to go all the way down. So you can see I'm working my elbows further down just to take hold of the shins and to let the spine relax down. And you may find there's a slight gap between your mat and your spine, which is okay. Again, you can place a blanket or a cushion there if you wish. This is deeply restorative. And if you're in this pose, you'll notice the release within the hips and the front of the thighs. When you're ready to release, take hold of the heels, press into your elbows, and slowly come back up, pressing into the floor with the hands to come up slowly. Hands to the heart, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then we're going to come onto all fours. And then from here, we're going to come into our spinal twin. No, sorry, our bridge pose. So we're going to come into seated. And bring the feet so that they're hip distance apart, feet parallel. So this one's going to work on balancing the thyroid, your adrenal glands, your nervous system, anxiety, that fight or flight that we have within us. It just balances everything out. So tucking chin into the chest, allow the palms to be open to the sky, and then lifting hips up. Softening the back of the neck, softening your shoulders, relaxing your jaw. And you'll notice that the core's actually having to work a bit hard here as well, as is the back. For those of you that want to work harder on the core, you can extend your left leg forwards, but keep the knees aligned and the hips lifted so the hips are nice and level. And then releasing over to the other side. And releasing. Gently coming down one vertebrae at a time, hips come down last. Hugging knees into the tummy, gently rock from side to side. So we're going to go into second set of that bridge, or for those of you that wish to go into plow, we're going to go into plow. This is a little bit of a deeper pose, but again, the therapeutic benefits are the same as the bridge. So the thyroid, adrenals, nervous system, all coming back into balance. So when you're ready for coming into plow, hands underneath the hips, palms face down. Gently rocking the knees. And then we're going to lift the hips up to the sky and just pause and take a few breaths here. Your hands are on your hips to support you, and it might take a few attempts until you get your confidence. You can keep the knees bent, or you can straighten the legs. So you're bringing the weight over further. You can let the hands rest down on the floor if you wish. And just take a few breaths here. But whether you're in your bridge or your plow, this is going to have a really positive effect upon your sleep patterns. So if you've been struggling with insomnia or disrupted sleep, this is going to help to bring that back into balance, especially if you practice it before bed. So I would recommend this practice perhaps before bedtime. And when you're ready to release, again, whether you're in your bridge or your plow, press into the backs of the arms, the hands. Roll one vertebrae down at a time, followed by the hips, and then hugging knees into the tummy. And just gently rock from side to side. And then from here, we're going to let that right leg relax down onto your mat. Hug your left knee towards your tummy. Take an in-breath, and as you breathe out, take that knee over to the right. Your left hand relaxes out behind. You can place your right hand on the top of that left thigh. And take a nice calming breath here as we just start to slow everything down. And then when you're ready, back to center. And over to the other side. So hugging your right knee into your tummy. Big breath in. And breathing out, taking that knee over to the left. Slowly on that exhalation. And back to your center. We're going to come into either bound angle pose, which is soles of the feet together. Knees open to the side, hands on the tummy, which is really restorative, really therapeutic for menopause, anxiety, depression, insomnia. or we can do legs up the wall pose, whichever feels right for you. If you're doing legs up the wall pose, come to a wall and just extend the legs up onto the wall and keep some softness in the knees if you wish. You can let your arms relax down by your side or onto your tummy, whatever feels good for you. So whether you're in your bound angle or your legs up the wall pose, just take a few moments here just to close your eyes and to relax. So just closing the eyes now. Allowing the chin to drop down towards the chest. As we come to the end of our practice, be really proud for all that you have achieved here today. And just give yourself permission just to slow down here, just to breathe, and to gain all the benefits from your hard work. Scanning the body from the crown of the head, the tips of the toes, noticing if you're still holding on to any tension anywhere. You can take 3 calming breaths, and if you are holding on to any tension, I want you to imagine breathing into that space, and then as you exhale, just letting it go. So together, breathing in through the nose and breathing out long and slow through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and gently breathing out through the mouth. And one more time, breathing in and gently breathing out. And then if you wish, you may want to go straight into your final relaxation here, if you have the time. Or if you wish, we're going to slowly hug knees back in towards the tummy, rolling onto the side of your body. And in your own time, with our eyes closed, coming all the way back up into seated. Resting your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your tummy. Bringing awareness to the space between your eyes. And relaxing that space, relaxing your jaw. Feeling calm and centered and deeply at peace. And proud for all you have achieved here today. Taking a deep breath in together. And breathing out. Last time, inhale, palms together, exhale, hands to the heart, and Namaste. And when you are ready, gently opening the eyes, palms open to the sky, and thank you so much. I hope you're all feeling good and restored and calm after that practice. Any worries or questions, please let me know, and thank you so much.